finishing room again, trying to get some of these projects out. And you can see I've got on the turntable our contemporary dining chair. I recently finished these. We had some classes last summer here, but now the only way to make this for now is with the online course. But I want to finish this one out. I've got an aniline dye stain on it, and then I sealed it in with wax-free shellac, and then I put a glazing stain on there. And did I describe this? I'm not sure if I gave all that information in the last video, but I've got a, the aniline dye stain is by Wood Finishing Enterprises. So it's the Early American Honeytone Amber Medium. So I've done some videos on that finishing cherry, so you can check those out if you're interested. Check out the channel. And hey, if you want to support the channel and you're not subscribed yet, consider doing that too. All right, so what I'm going to do is I've got the glazing stain, which was Mohawk burnt umber, sealed in with another coat of wax-free shellac. So now I'm going to spray a 2-pound coat of shellac. So check this out. This is going to be the final coat. I'm just going with shellac on this chair. I'm not worried about durability. This is pretty durable, but there's not going to be any water standing on it. It rubs out beautifully. So I'm just going to use the standard shellac you can buy in a can. It's got wax in it, and I cut it to a 2-pound cut, and I'm going to spray it in the gun. Let me show you the gun. So I'm going to be spraying with this HVLP gun. So I've got it set to 30 pounds PSI, and it's just a gravity feed down through this cup. I wrapped this on here because it's a second market. My first one broke and it leaks, and that catches it. All right, so I diluted that 3-pound cut that comes in the can to a 2-pound. I'm just putting some in here, and I'm going to check the spray pattern here. Let's get the cover my gun. So I've just got a nice fan. I don't know if you can pick it up. I don't want it too heavy because I don't want runs and sags, but I'm going to move pretty fast. So I'm not really worried about that. And this by far is the easiest, most effective way to spray or finish something with a lot of angles like this. You know, you try brushing this on, even if you're wiping it on, it's a pain, you know, it gives you a lot of issues. Let me see, I'm going to get my mask on before I go here. And one little spot there that I wanted to touch up, but I may just get it after. I'm going to put more than one coat on here, so I don't see my touch-up marker. Okay. All right, I'm going to put on my mask. It's not terribly dangerous, but just while I'm spraying, so I'm going to go silent. And I already knocked all the fuzz down from the previous coat. I just use like 1200 grit. You could use 800 or whatever. I'm just using something soft because this shellac, just very quickly knocking it down. The next coat is going to melt into this, so it's pretty forgiving, and it's looking pretty good, I think. All right. And after I do this, I'm going to show you the Demilune table, and I'm going to throw some finish on that base too. So here we go. I'm going to start from the bottom, inside, and keeping the gun movement. You'll notice that big on when I engage it. With this, the first part of the trigger, if you've never used one of these, is just air. And then when you pull the last bit, then you get the liquid or the finish starts to flow down. So if you start it and are moving when you come in, you're less likely to get a pooling issue. All right, there we go. All right, so that's it. That's how easy it is to hit the chair. Now I've got this table. Is that gonna fit on there? No. I don't want to risk that falling. So usually, let me just show you this table. This is the the Demilune. So you can see it's elliptical in shape. And this is the one I finished 2 days ago. I was putting on the glazing sand. Yeah. And then I sealed that in with wax-free shellac. And I'm going to just go with shellac all in this base. So I'm going to use that same shellac. The top, however, is going to get a varnish for the durability factor. So here's the top. You can see. Let me get it out of the glare. You can see that's the elliptical top for this table. Here's the bottom side. And this has the wax-free shellac. I'm going to take it upstairs later and put a coat of wiping varnish on at the end of the day and just let that set. And probably a couple, maybe 3 coats, thin, just very thin, wiping off. And that'll give this a more protective coat. And there'll be no adherence issues because the last coat of shellac is wax-free. So, nice. But let's go ahead and get this one. I should tell you, if you're interested in these Demilunes, we just finished a course on this too, if you haven't seen that. And on Saturday, well, tomorrow morning, I'm going to be showing the finished one. The other one, there's 2 styles. One is all varnish. This one, I mean, natural, no stain at all on the cherry, and it's already starting to warm up a bit, and over time it'll get an awesome patina. This one I have a aniline dye, as I mentioned, and the same treatment as on that chair. So it's kind of like antiquing or pushing the color a little bit, bringing the tone together. Sometimes when the wood is too different, it's nice to do that. I typically try not to, but it's helpful when you want that harmonious look, and it's more to your advantage than just going with varnish right on the wood. All right, so this one I'm going to do, I'll spray these bottom legs, and then I'll flip it over. I'll bring in a little longer table, and I'll spray the rest when it's upright. And I'll be right back. Okay, now I'm done for now spraying, so I'm gonna pour this back in the container, and then I take some denatured alcohol and I just pour that into the gun. Swish it around. And yeah, you can see it against my dark apron here. See that? So I've got a nice atomized finish there. And then I just spray some air through. And then I have a little cup that this nozzle will sit in. It's just filled shallow with denatured alcohol, and that'll hold it good till the next time. Which could be as soon as like 2 hours. Could be as soon as 2 hours. That's the beautiful thing about shellac. It dries so fast. And I was in Saratoga Springs, if you're new and I met you there. Hello, glad to have you here. And I did a presentation on shellac and just an introduction of how it's used and what it is and how to buy it. And obviously I was in a class setting, so I didn't have a spray gun to show. So this is good. I'm able to conclude if you caught that. But look, that has such a nice even coat on it. I'm looking at these elements and I don't see any like sags or anything. But even if there was a slight sag or overspray on this shellac, one of the nice things is you can come and sand that level before the next coat goes on. Or if it's the last coat, you like lightly sand it level with like 320 or 400 grit or something like that. And then I rub it out with 4/0 steel wool, and then wax, and you've got it. Let me see if you've got any questions here that I missed. Hey, Par, how you doing over there in Sweden? How's it going? Yes, the shellac is great, Paul. Good to see you. How's it out there in Wisconsin? Yeah, Paul, I said it was I'm spraying a 2-pound cut right now. It comes in the can in a 3-pound cut. So I cut it like, two parts to one, basically. It's just general. So, oh wow. Hey, Ron. Humid in Houston. What a surprise. I wish I could say it was warmer here, but you see I got double sweatshirts. It's still kind of cool, but it's supposed to get up to 50 degrees tomorrow, so we're excited. Maybe get outside and do some work. Hey, Chris. Yeah, 3 days. I'm going to just keep going. Like, this is kind of fun. Once I get the hang of it and setting up the gear, it's not that bad. Oh, yeah. It's dark already over there in Sweden. Right. So 22:17. So we would say 10 p.m. 10:15. Wow. It's almost bedtime. Oh, good. You're coming to the States. You have to swing by and say hello. All right, everyone. Well, thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed that. That's the beauty and wonders, simplicity of shellac. So I'll be Like I said, I'm gonna put that varnish on the top and go with that. Hey, if you wanna see more of this or build this and you're not aware yet, actually, I'm gonna be talking tomorrow morning. I'll show all the tables up in the shop as part of the coffee. We're gonna have a little coffee with Tom, we call it, at 10 a.m. Eastern time. So hope you can make it. Um, to get in on that though, you have to be part of our neighborhood community, which is a great deal. Check it out on the website, epicwoodworking.com. All right, thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you next time.